Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We were delaying entrance to today's lunch, just trying to get all of our participants on the line. So I am thrilled to welcome everybody to the 2021 Abe Lincoln Awards. My name is Eric Steele. I'm the president of the Downtown Kiwanis Club. I'm the third generation of my family involved with this club. My grandfather joined in '61, my dad in '81, and me in 2011. So to see how this program has been guided and nurtured and grown over the last 40 years really makes me want to cry. So I tend to be about as happy as I get during the year for today's Abe Lincoln, and I get about as emotional as I get. So it's like manic depressive Eric for 12 o'clock today. But since we cannot meet in person during this unprecedented time period, we were happy to be together on Zoom. Today's honorees are nominated by Marion County school counselors and further interviewed by our committee from the Kiwanis Club of Indianapolis. The Kiwanis Club of Indianapolis has sponsored the Abe Lincoln Award program since 1976, recognizing students who have overcome adversity. We hope to communicate to other young people struggling with difficulties that there are people in this community who care, recognize, and encourage them to continue their struggle for success. We are proud to have recognized hundreds of students and awarded over $1.1 million in scholarships. Please stay muted during the meeting, but if you'd like to talk, unmute yourself and turn it back off when you're finished. You might consider giving to our foundation in lieu of paying for an event ticket. Any amount would be appreciated. So as our families from Marion County are joining us today, please remember for the rest of your life and the rest of your kids' life, you all have an ally in Indianapolis through the breadth of the Kiwanians on the call today. If your son or daughter wants to go into law, medicine, finance, personal public relations, then reach out to the Downtown Kiwanis Club and you've got us for life. So that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Wendy Paddock and Brandon Herget to start our program.
Thank you so much, President Eric. Well, today's program would not be possible without the hard work and dedication of so many. And I'd like to take a moment to give special thanks to my co-chair, Brandon Herget, the members of the Abe Lincoln Scholarship Committee, and the Downtown Kiwanis Club office staff, Taylor Jacoby and Tina Runge. Perhaps you could all wave and be recognized. Thank you so much. Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president, succeeded in spite of the adversities that he experienced in his personal and professional lives. The young men and women we recognize today could have surrendered to negativity, anger, and despair when they were confronted by their challenges. Instead, like the man for whom this program is named, these students drew upon deep reserves of hope, faith, and a keen sense of self-worth. Today's program looks very different from our usual awards luncheon, but the essence is the same. In 1976, Dr. Robert Briggs, a member of this Kiwanis Club, initiated a program that would evolve into the one we have today, to recognize students who achieved while overcoming physical, emotional, and environmental adversity. Our program has three important goals. The first is public recognition for each nominee and his or her accomplishments. Second is the opportunity for 4 students to earn special recognition in the form of scholarship funds. Third is the transmitting of a loud public message to other young people who are struggling with difficulties that there are people in this community who care, recognize, and encourage them to do all they can to achieve success. Each eligible Marion County High School is invited to nominate 1 qualified member of its senior class for these awards. The nominee is to be one whose success in and out of the classroom while overcoming adversity, whether it's environmental, physical, mental, or emotional, is an inspiration to others. The application process consists of a written record of the student's accomplishments, activities, and academic performance, a personal essay by the student, 1 or more letters of recommendation, and an interview with our Abe Lincoln Committee. This year, 16 very impressive students were nominated, and they have all joined the ranks of our Circle of Valor. We thank all the dedicated teachers, counselors, and administrators for their help in this process. We also honor the parents, guardians, and friends who have supported, encouraged, nurtured, and inspired these young men and women. So here are our nominees. First, with Arsenal Technical High School, Rosalie Vasquez Rodriguez. From Beech Grove High School, Michaela Renee Wood. Whoops, so sorry. Ben Davis High School, Megan Nicole Mitchell. Cardinal Ritter High School, Wenna Aaron. Cathedral High School, Caroline Buhner. Covenant Christian High School, Marco Antonia Aguirre. Decatur High School, Patrick Mutabazi. George Washington High School, Estefany Flores Jimenez. From Lawrence Central, Antonio Stewart. From Lawrence North High School, Anna Soul. From Park Tudor, Kyle Shu. From Perry Meridian High School, Caitlin Gornick. From Pike High School, Rachel Gilbert. From Roncalli High School, Kobe Garcia. From Southport High School, Taya Cassidy. And from Speedway High School, Tata Muso. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce Rafael Sánchez, who will interview each of these 4 scholarship recipients. Rafael is a Murrow and multiple Emmy Award-winning investigative reporter and anchor who joined the ABC affiliate WRTV in 1998. Rafael came to Indiana from the Bronx, New York. He attended Franklin College, and he graduated with a triple major in journalism, political science, and Spanish. Rafael is a proud member of his alma mater's board of trustees, husband to Beth, and father to 2 children. And we are very excited to have him once again involved in this program. So Rafael, you've had a chance to become a little familiar with the students. What do you think so far?
If you want me out of here,
No.
because I'm listening to that.
So I should learn that as someone on television, that without the microphone, things don't work. Wendy, thank you. President Eric, thank you. This is my 3rd year with you with Kiwanis, Indianapolis, and I would not miss this day for anything. As I was mentioning 3 years ago, your host was not available, and I was asked to fill in. I wasn't really sure what this Abe Lincoln thing was about, but what a diamond. What you folks should feel so proud and just brimming with like hope and just joy, because this event represents really the best in all of us. So congratulations to all of you, because the sum of your parts makes this a stellar event. The young people that we're going to honor today, stories of hope, stories of courage, stories of the American dream. I'm wondering, am I doing enough today as a professional? So I can't wait for us to meet them. And in this era of social justice, when we're talking about things such as Black Lives Matter and Me Too, and we are becoming more focused on that as a country, we are better with more diversity. This award and the young people that you will honor today, yet again, proves that this organization is relevant in the 21st century. So Wendy, I'm excited, as you can tell. I'm coming to you live from my living room. They've turned my living room into a TV studio. So I can't wait for us to get this started, and I can't wait to announce the 4 amazing people that you folks are investing in. So let's get this party started, and we're ready to go.
All right, thank you. As always, I appreciate that enthusiasm you bring. Well, this year, the Kiwanis Foundation of Indianapolis has again provided a grant in the amount of $41,000 to award scholarships to 4 of these 16 students. Each is payable in annual installments equal to 1/4 of the total scholarship. The first place scholarship is in the amount of $16,000, and the total amount of the second, third, and fourth place scholarships are $12,000, $8,000, and $5,000, respectively. In addition, each of the other students will receive a $300 award. Each recipient will be mailed their award information along with a plaque. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've been waiting for. Our fourth place scholarship recipient, that's $5,000. This recipient was inspired by his own experiences to help immigrant families adjust to life in the US and plans to major in biology for pre-med. Let's give a round of applause to Kobe Garcia, Roncalli High School.
Hi, thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Kobe, congratulations. Kobe Garcia, Roncalli High School. How are you today?
Good, and you?
I can see that I'm interrupting your lunch hour, so my apologies. So listen, I want you to eat, but I want you to stop chewing. That's not a good look to be, because you're on Zoom now and everybody in America is watching you. Listen, you have a great story. We can't wait to see where you pick, whether it's Harvard, NYU. I mean, the world is your oyster, but I want you to share about, you work with this group called Hope for Tomorrow. So besides being an excellent student, you're also very philanthropic. Tell us about Hope for Tomorrow and why that matters to you.
Well, Hope for Tomorrow is this organization that reaches out to the Burmese refugee community, and so we offer tutoring for the children of these Burmese refugees, and we also offer citizenship classes for the adults, and we really try to help them adjust to American life. Nearly a year ago, I started volunteering there, and then as COVID became a reality, the director approached me because we couldn't have as many volunteers, and so he wanted employees, and he noticed qualities in me that worked well with the program, and he offered me a position working with them. So now I work with the students at Hope for Tomorrow. I teach them, I help them. Yeah. I'm sorry, you're muted right now.
Not on purpose. Anyone that knows me knows that I love an open microphone. I was saying that you are someone who wants to focus on fighting global diseases. And as you know, right now we're in the middle of a pandemic. What's your drive on that? Why are you so focused on making sure that other people lead healthier lives in the future and in the present day?
Especially in a developing world, in countries such as Burma, where the families come from that I help, or even in my home of origin, Mexico, there are many diseases like dengue fever and cholera, diseases that inhibit people from reaching their full potential. And even as we've seen in the COVID pandemic, the repercussions of this disease aren't solely going to be in our healthcare system, but our children are losing days of school, and people are losing their financial stability. And disease is something that people think only affects your health, but it really affects a lot more aspects of your life. And my life has personally been affected by COVID. Many people around me, their lives have been affected by COVID. And COVID isn't the only disease out there. A large quantity of people in my life, they've had diseases such as cancer or strokes, and they've had to fight these diseases that they're often incredibly strong people, but disease is something that it's often just a win or lose. And we have the technology to win disease. We have the resources to overcome disease and to eradicate them, and we've seen it throughout history. And I think that I want to be that person that really garners the power to access these resources and lead our world to eradicate diseases and control them.
Well, Mr. Garcia, your empathy, your academic excellence, and your commitment to philanthropy obviously already makes you a leader. And I should point out for everyone that's joining us today that Mr. Garcia says that perhaps he wants to be president of the United States. So maybe you should announce your campaign for 2048. That's when you would be eligible to run for president. We look forward to seeing you at one of the conventions. You get to pick the party. We'll cheer you on. Mr. Garcia, congratulations. Let's please give him a round of applause. Bobby Garcia, yes, indeed. Wendy, an amazing young person here from Indianapolis representing Roncalli High School.
Yes, thank you, Rafael. Well, our third place scholarship recipient will walk away with $8,000 for college. This next young person fought acute lymphoblastic leukemia in childhood, has overcome quite a bit, and plans to major in nursing. Let's congratulate Caitlin Gornick of Perry Meridian High School.
Hey, Caitlin.
Thank you so much.
Caitlin, congratulations.
Thank you.
So you found out that you had leukemia while you were, as you described it, as the world describes it, the happiest place ever in the world, which is Disney World. And you really credit your grandmother for saying to your mother, no minute clinic, she's going to the hospital.
Yes.
Your grandma is a special lady.
Thank you. Yes, she is the most amazing person in the world, yes.
From that experience dealing with cancer, you wrote in your essay, I'm a survivor. Cancer taught me to never give up, no matter the situation. How do you apply that today?
I think today it just makes me realize that life is such a gift, and I tend to downplay going through that experience, but it truly has taught me one of the best lessons in life, that you can get through no matter what, as long as you're determined. You have support. I always had support around me. My family always was there for me. I think that's true today. And I think that if I have family, I have people who love me and I'm dedicated, then I can get through anything. So cancer definitely taught me to just keep my mind focused on what is ahead of me, and you don't have an option to give up in life.
Ahead of you is a promising career in nursing. And as we know, in the last year, we have all been reminded that all in healthcare are America's heroes. As you look forward to this career, a difficult career in which you have to meet people sometimes in their darkest moment, based on your experience, what kind of nurse do you want to be?
I want to be the nurse that those nurses were to me. They were my best friends, really. I stayed in the hospital a lot, so they would take me down to play games. They would take me to go get food. I want to be the nurse that genuinely is dedicated to their patients, and not just their health, but their well-being, because especially when dealing with children, it is a very traumatic experience for anyone to be in a hospital. And no matter the circumstance, it's so important that we focus on their emotional well-being, because sometimes that's even greater than their physical health.
On this call right now, Caitlin, are an amazing group of people who are investing in you and in the education of many young people. What would you say to them? They too are community leaders. They too are on the forefront of their industry. And now they're saying, you know what, we're going to give you a shot. We believe in you. What would you say to them? How would you inspire them to go about their business on this Thursday in Indianapolis?
I just want to say thank you so much. I'm committed to St. Mary's, and that is literally my dream school. I can't imagine going to another school. That is my dream school. And I just want to thank everyone so much for believing in me, and that, I'll be able to make an impact later on in life in my community. So, and for everyone here, I think it's so amazing that they care so much. They read our essays, they read our recommendation letters, they reach out, they truly go through a process that I believe so strongly in, to get to know these students who we've all experienced hardships. And I just want to say thank you for not only helping us, but for caring.
As a proud student at Perry Meridian High School, you're part of something called Falcon TV. So if I were to say to you right now, so you're an anchor woman, just like I'm an anchor guy. So help me out with this in your closing remarks. If I came to you and said, we have breaking news right now from Kiwanis of Indianapolis, what would be the breaking news? What headline would you give this great event?
Oh man, that's a hard one.
Hey, you got $8,000.
Yeah, that's true. I would headline it Kiwanis Kiwanis leads the way, changing lives.
Ladies and gentlemen, Caitlin Gornick, put on the spot, your former nurse. Hopefully you'll meet this young lady through, if you have to go to a minute clinic or a hospital, she will be that smiling face that will help you get better and send you home back to your family. Caitlin Gornick, Perry Meridian High School, congratulations. We wish you all the very best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rafael. Thank you, Caitlin. Moving on. Our second place scholarship recipient will receive $12,000 to achieve their dream of going on to higher education. Like all of our scholarship winners, this student has experienced quite a bit in his life, starting with contracting the autoimmune spinal cord disease transverse myelitis at age 5. Despite significant challenges, he strives to overcome and plans to study biomedical engineering. Present to you Kyle Zhe from Park Tutor.
Thank you so much.
Kyle, good afternoon. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
So I was so interested in reading your biography because you at one point performed with the Indianapolis Children's Choir. I'm not going to make you sing, though I am tempted to make you sing something from, was it Seussical? Is that what you performed in?
Yes, I did.
But not only have you been able to sing, and as well being an amazing student, you've been able to really touch many different lives through your experience. Tell the group that is now gathered before you, what has been for you the single biggest lesson that life has given you so far?
I think one of the biggest lessons is to persist forward, to keep on moving forward. There was a lot of things when I was 5 years old. I stayed in a hospital for three and a half months. And during that time, I think learning that a disability is not going to change my life and just moving forward and looking towards the good things in life, such as my friends, my family, my education, and just moving forward to get better, get stronger, and to work harder, and to not only help my life, but also to influence others and to improve the lives of everybody else in this world, I think is the most important thing. Because even though I was paralyzed neck down when I was 5 years old, I think I'm just able to move on and I'm just able to move forward and to basically just never give up as I move on into my future.
Yeah, I've learned from the word, when people use the word disability, that we focus on the key word in that phrase is ability. And you have really shown the ability to really persevere. You have met every challenge every step of the way. You even started, which I thought was interesting. I thought, okay, so you started a chemistry club, but then you took it to the next level. You started helping some of your friends on, I'm gonna read this correctly, how to perform basic surgery techniques and experimental procedures. Dude, wow. How did that all come about? And simply amazing.
So basically, Chemistry Club was intended just to spread more awareness about chemistry. Even though it's like a big subject in high school, I think it is one of those things that you don't learn until you're older, especially for like elementary school kids. It's not something that you get as much information about and is often downplayed compared to other sciences, I feel like. And so that was the main focus of Chemistry Club. The surgery aspect was basically one summer camp that was created for just during this past pandemic. During the summer, there was not many opportunities for a lot of high school students this year because most of the camps are either online or they were temporarily just stopped for this year. And so this was just an opportunity for people who were interested in the sciences, especially in like the medical sciences. And we worked with cadaver arms and we wrote research papers and attempted to publish them. to scientific journals. And it was just a place where people can learn and to experience medical sciences.
And because of your situation with the wheelchair, there's a reason you are interested in biomedical engineering. That's because you want to be able to work on making devices and really help those young people and older people really get the kinds of equipment that they need, right, to do better in life.
Yes, I just think for me, I've had to sacrifice a lot after with my disability and after being paralyzed. And I hope that if I can invent these new technologies, that other people won't have to sacrifice what they loved before contracting whatever it is. And I believe that, and I hope that I can change their life by letting them live the life that they want to, rather than being forced to adapt to whatever disability that they have.
And because of that wheelchair, you used to ask yourself, why me, right? But then you realize, why me? It's a gift, right? You are a gift to the world, and we are looking forward to seeing what you do with that gift.
Thank you so much.
You are simply amazing. We wish you all the very best. And before we leave you, tell us about Camp Courageous in Kentucky, because that's where, even though, right, you're in a wheelchair, you teach other kids how to swim. I mean, you know no bounds. I mean, if it's out there, you will meet the challenge of the day.
So basically, this camp was designed for various kids with disabilities. And during the summer, during a couple of weeks during the summer, it is specifically for kids with transverse myelitis and spinal cord injuries. And basically, during this time, since it is not the most common disease, you can meet other kids like yourself who are suffering from the same disabilities and going through the same experiences that you've gone through. And being one of the people who has recovered more from this illness, I'm able to convey my experience and teach others how to adapt to what I'm living with and help them grow and get better. And one of the biggest things was swimming. I found that swimming is one of the best ways to kind of exercise and get back from my disability. And I think that other people can also enjoy it, because swimming is also pretty fun, as well as being an exercise. And so that was one of the things I love to do at the camp.
Well, Kyle Shaw, thank you for reminding us that when people say disability, that we should always focus on the ability. And you have shown us the ability of perseverance. You have shown us the ability, of course, that if you see a challenge, you can always conquer that challenge. So we congratulate you. We know that you make your family proud, and we know that you make your Park Tudor family proud. Congratulations to you on this day.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are at that point where we're going to disclose our first place scholarship recipient. And that person will receive $16,000. This recipient, sometimes it's hard to put into words with what all of our students have accomplished and all of the challenges that they've experienced. And it's astounding and inspiring. This next recipient immigrated from Eritrea with her family. And those of you who are students of current events or history know some of the history of that country with their war with Ethiopia. Despite having to move to a new country, experience language barriers, and being bullied for being different, Winna Aaron of Cardinal Ritter High School has succeeded.
Hi.
So congratulations.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm currently at school. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, so Winna, so that we can see you better, can you bring down your screen just a little bit?
Yeah. Sorry.
There you go. First, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So what does this mean for you? What does this mean for people that don't know what's happening on the African continent? You have lived it. You were able to leave it. There are still thousands, tens of hundreds of thousands of people who are fleeing that region of Ethiopia, Eritrea. Bring us home. What are we missing?
So I moved to America around when I was around 7 years old. So for the first 7 years of my life, it was very difficult. Going to school, didn't have the best education opportunities. We didn't have the same equipment that I have here in America. In regards to classrooms, you just have a chalkboard, and that's it. That's really it. And desks. The teachers are very different from the teachers here. They're very abusive. And for me, that like when I was a kid being abused by someone I'm supposed to trust, it put me in a place where I just became extremely antisocial. And I didn't have my father with me. He was here trying to make the money to move us from Eritrea out of poverty and give us a better life. I didn't get to talk to my father that much over the phone. In my head, I thought he was just trying to leave us. And sorry, but growing up older, I understood that that's not what it was. He was simply trying to keep us safe. He was trying to keep us safe, move us to a place where I wouldn't have to be afraid of going to school, where I could go out in public without having to be terrified of not having my mother with me or having my brother with me. And that's the reality that so many Eritreans currently live in. And that's why I'm so determined to change that. I want to go into pharmacy. I want to help the advancement of not just in America, but my home country, because I know what it's like living in those conditions and not having anything.
You and the others remind me as I stand here of the American dream, where when we are at our best as a country, we open up our arms and we say, please come visit, please stay, and just give us your best. What do you make of the American dream? Do you believe in it, and has it helped you?
I definitely believe in it, and it has definitely helped me. I moved here again at a very young age. I didn't know anything. I didn't imagine life would be different, but I remember the first time coming out the airport and we're on the highway, so many cars and buildings, and I'm just astonished by what I was seeing. And then I was put into school, and my teacher started helping me learn English, all the grammar, and I never gave up on my education. And my parents have always told me that if you have the more knowledge you have, you can really accomplish anything. And it really has proven to be true in America. So I do definitely believe in the American dream.
So then how will you use, right? So now you have a gift. Now the people here at Kiwanis, Indianapolis, they believe in you. They're investing in your education. They're saying, go forth, do your thing. You have all of this stuff that you know, that you've lived through. You've become somewhat a little emotional with us as you've shared your father and your mother's story. How do you use all that good stuff now in your pharmacy career? Now, what can we expect from you in 10 years?
It has definitely taught me to be appreciative of everything I've ever received in life. I've been open-minded because my parents always tell me, you don't know what someone else is going through. You cannot judge anybody by the way they dress, the way they act. You just have to be kind to everyone. And I want to go into pharmacy, like I said, and I want to help. I want to help my country, and I want to go back there. I want to build schools. I want to be able to give medicine to people who need it, no matter their financial situation. Because I know that sometimes people get sick and they're like, we can't go to the hospital. I can't afford it. That's what life is like back home, and I'm gonna change that. Like I said, I'm hoping to build schools. I want to get involved in the hospitals back home. So yeah.
You are on the journey, but you have two younger sisters that are walking right behind you. They're back there somewhere. How do you remind them, your sisters, and all those other young people who are watching you right now, right? Who are seeing how you act, how you talk, what actions you take. What advice do you have for them as you set forth on your journey?
My sisters, they're like my best friends, the funniest people ever. And sorry for the background, again, I'm at school, but I just would tell them and anybody else who has the same background as me, I just want them to know that if you put your mind to something and you work hard for it, you're gonna accomplish it. You can't give up when things go wrong, because there have been times in my life where I'm just like, oh my gosh, school's so hard. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I want to go in life. But you're gonna find your passion. You can't get distracted by things that all teenagers sometimes indulge in. You can't let that stop you from achieving what you should be doing in life.
Winna Aaron, congratulations to you. We are happy that you are going to be an amazing pharmacist. We're happy that you were able to share with us your American dream. We're dreaming with you, and we only wish the very best for you. Congratulations to your family, of course, and congratulations to Cardinal Ritter for you receiving this amazing Abe Lincoln Award. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Winna Aaron. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you very much. Rafael, thank you so much for those great interviews. To our 4 scholars, thank you for sharing your stories with the Abe Lincoln Committee. There's so much more to these students than what you've been able to hear today, but we have been very, very conscious of the limited time that they have in this different world that we're in. We do hope that as things get better, we can actually meet in person and have something similar to the kind of celebration we usually have for these students. So stay tuned, we'll let you know about that. We're proud of every one of our nominees. We realize that sharing your stories may not have been easy, but I hope that we've been able to share with you how proud we are of each and every one of you and how grateful we are that you shared your stories with us. We hope we gave you the dignity that you deserve. So thank you again and congratulations. President Eric, I will return the meeting to you. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me also not forget to thank Rafael one more time. We look forward to seeing you again next year.
We'll see you next year, hopefully in person.
Yes, yes.
All right, thanks, Ms. Wendy. Thanks, Ms. Rafael. Thanks to our participants and all their families, and thanks to Abe Lincoln Committee for all their time. So, Winna, again, congratulations on bringing home the top prize. And Winna, my mother-in-law is a retired 4th grade teacher, so there are plenty of abusive teachers in the U.S. also. So Kyle, she actually spent some time at Park Tutor in Wayne Township before that. So trust me, no, I'm just kidding. I love her very much, and I'm sure I'll hear about that comment forever. But again, thanks for Rafael for emceeing our event. We really look forward to getting back to meeting in person next year. Rafael, a donation will be made in your name to the Patachou Foundation. They address pervasive food insecurity in a radically different and better way, including partnering with 8 Indianapolis area schools and 4 community centers to serve 1,200 plus youth each week. Please join us next week, March 4th. Our past president and current foundation board president, Graham Honecker from Butler, has authored a book on their meteoric rise after their Final Four appearance a couple years ago. So before we say goodbye, our one fundraiser of the year is just scheduled for June 15th. It's our annual golf outing at Eagle Creek. Jay Brill has scheduled an interclub with the Augusta, Georgia Kiwanis Club. And Jay, I'm just going to give you 1 minute since we finished a little early to mention that interclub, please.
Well, again, a wonderful program, and congratulations to all the scholars, Abe Lincoln scholars. Now that we are handling things virtually, we're taking advantage of a great opportunity. And on March the 22nd at 12 o'clock, we're going to have a meeting with the Augusta Club, and they're putting together a special program on the Masters. Then in April or maybe May, we're going to reciprocate by providing a interclub meeting from the Indianapolis 500 Speedway. We're also going to make that available to 7,500 plus members clubs. So stay tuned. We're looking for exciting opportunities. We're trying to put together a plan to have an interclub in Tokyo. So stay tuned. I'm really kind of stoked about this. So hope to see you all there. We've had 2 virtual interclubs so far, so this will be our 3rd one. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Jay. And actually, a former Kiwanian's nephew is now managing director of Penske Racing. So that could be a thought for our speaker to reciprocate with the Georgia club. So if anybody wants to hear from the managing director of Penske Racing, that'd be a thought. But again, thanks to Rafael, thanks to Wendy, thanks to Brandon Herget, thanks to all of our participants and award winners today. Thanks for all your hard work. And again, you have an ally in Indianapolis. Thanks for joining us in the world's greatest Kiwanis club. And everybody have a nice rest of your week.
Thank you, President Rick. Stay safe.
Thank you.